if you've been waiting to buy a home, now might be the right time to jump in. Sellers currently outnumber buyers by a record amount. Rebecca, we got to ask you, what does this mean for buyers as well as sellers?
Yeah, so Michael, I'm glad we're talking about this because people have really struggled. We've been hearing about how hard it is to buy a new home, especially for first-time home buyers. But for the first time in a very long time, sellers now outnumber buyers. There's 1.9 million sellers in the market and 1.5 million buyers. That's almost a 34% difference, and it's the most since 2013. And ultimately, this is sort of Econ 101. When you have more of something on the market for sale, the price can go down, and that's what a lot of people have been waiting for because interest rates are so high, 6.8% still, 30-year fixed rate mortgage. It does cost more to own a home, but the good news is this, unless you're trying to sell a house, this means that it's depressing prices, and if you're a buyer, you might find a deal in the market.
Why is it happening now?
It's happening now in part because people have become a little more desensitized to where interest rates are. It's also because a lot of people have been waiting. So one of the big issues in the market has been people who own a home don't want to sell a house because they know if they're going to buy a new house, they have to take out a new mortgage. That's going to cost them more money. But people have come to terms with this reality. There's also the uncertain economy. So there's people who are saying, okay, maybe I am going to sell my house and rent. And it depends on the market, though. That's something that's really important here. I'm sure there's people in the real estate industry listening right now, and they're saying, well, that's not the way it works in my market.
Right.
So, and Lara, I know how into real estate you are.
Yeah,
we talk about it off camera and on camera. Some of the really big markets right now where you do see this happening, a lot of them are in Florida right now, where sellers completely outnumber buyers. So places like I have it right here. Places like Miami, Florida, West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale. Those are some of the big places. Jacksonville, Florida. Michael's shaking his head.
I think Michael's
are you in the market?
Potential real estate investments.
Austin, Texas. Well, that's how you have to be if you're actually investing and thinking about opportunities, waiting for that opportunity. And especially, again, if you're a cash buyer in this market, great, huge amount of power. But there are markets where it's not happening. And that's probably, if someone's watching right now, that they're a little nervous about thinking about their own purchasing. So Newark, New Jersey, Nassau County, Montgomery County, Cleveland, and New Brunswick, New Jersey, that is still where it's a seller's market. So closer to here in New York, lots of sellers markets.
That's my home neighborhood.
There you go. It's
a vicious cycle, though, right? Because people are nervous. You know, it's
and so that's why you have to think long term.
I was just going to say,
if
what
you're
do we
buying
do
a
right
house,
now?
if you are buying a house, you need to know that you're going to stay there for 5 years or more. Be good with that.
All right. All right. Great advice. Thank you so much.
Yeah.